Okay, so just a pretty simple, straightforward video today. Picked up the $50 pre-order set for M21 on Arena, and I thought it might be fun to kind of go through just a booster pack opening video. Some big ones from this set that we're going to be keeping an eye out for are, of course, the new Teferi, the new Liliana, which you receive one of when you do the pre-order pack that they had going up until yesterday. They've also done a really nice couple of reprints, including Grim Tutor and Ugin, the Spirit Dragon. We've also got Azusa, Lost But Seeking. It should be kind of a fun one for Brawl and for Pioneer, and especially if they decide to eventually introduce EDH into the game as well. So, that being said, let's take a peek and see what we've gotten so far. Again, it was a really nice deal. 50 bucks netted you 50 packs, a guaranteed bonus card, which was our Liliana Planeswalker, along with her art card, and a pretty nice Liliana sleeve set. So, in we go. Pack 1. I'm expecting we're going to end up with a lot of wild cards from this endeavor as well. So looks like we've got temples. They did do the reprint of the temple runs from Theros sets, I believe. Ruined Halo. It's an alright control card. Keep going. Interesting. Legendary creature. Other creatures get -1/-1. That would certainly shut down token decks pretty darn quick. Animal Sanctuary. Cute, but mediocre. Double Vision. Was that not a Foreigner song from back in the 80s? If you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Yeah, it's got some fun potential, I would assume. Next up, we've got Subira, Toolzidi Caravaner. Interesting. Rash Taunter, an indestructible goblin that's extraordinarily expensive. So, what do we got? Nice. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life, so it is a creature with, I believe, what was it, Sanguine? Oh, there's an enchantment that does this exact same thing that's kind of nasty. Next up. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Flash, that's always fun. Definitely interesting. As long as your opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, this comes into play with +2/+1 with Death Touch as a flash. That could be a aggravating way to take out a big fat creature they're trying to hit you with. Decent removal, maybe. Another temple, Temple of Malady, our black-green. Another Kevek, the Spiteful. I could see that maybe being nice in Pioneer, where there's more token decks, elf decks, goblin decks, all that 1/1 little stuff running around. Transmogrify, exile target creature. creature's controller. Could be interesting. If you can stack your deck in such a way that you know your next creature is going to be a much higher converted mana cost than 4, and whatever it is you sacrifice, could pop a token and get something big and nasty, maybe Lullaby? Something of that nature in Pioneer? Ghostly Pilferer? Draw a card if you do. Meh. Ah, rare wild card. So basically whatever we want it to be. What is a Blightfang? Ooh, a snake. What's the Death Touch? Whenever a creature control with Death Touch attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Creature control with Death Touch deals damage to a planeswalker. Destroy that planeswalker. So maybe some Death Touch tribal possibility. Another Brash Taunter. Sanctum of All. Oh, that's right. So one of the series of cards you could say that was printed is a series of Sanctums, one for each color. Maybe there is some potential for casual Sanctum decks running around out there. Not too interested in it, I guess, until I see it out in the wild and play. Mythic Wildcard, that is always very nice to get one of those. Turn into whatever we want, maybe one of the Planeswalkers if we don't get it. Definitely a Grim Tutor, actually. Another Temple of Silence. Black and white. Two in a row. Maybe we'll end with a playset. That would have been our third one we pulled today. And Glorious Anthem got a reprint. I'd forgotten about that. It's not a terrible card. Another Veto, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. Might be fun for Vampire Tribal decks. Another Kavrik. I think we're going to end up with a playset of him. That's our third one. Ah, second Liliana. Not bad. Rada, Heart of Kell. Legendary Elf Warrior. New toy for Gruul. Interesting. Halfway through. Act 55. There's our playset of Temple of Silence, so we'll start getting some wild cards if we keep hitting them. Cultivate's back. It did get a reduction in rarity. I believe it was a rare in one of its printings. Maker of the Havens. Ooh, Angel Generator. Interesting. There are a lot of life gain mono white decks that I've seen bouncing around in Pioneer and in Constructed. So I would definitely slip something like this in there. I mean, it's a 1 mana that lets you create an angel every turn, as long as you've got 27 or more life. Stormwing Entity, Flying and Prowess. It's not terrible if you have cast on the instant sorcery spell, so it would be 2 mana converted cost for a 3/3 flyer to let you scry when it hits the battlefield. So I could see that seeing some play potentially. Liliana Standard Bearer, Zombie Knight. Flash. When it enters the battlefield, X cards. X is the number of creatures that died under your control this turn. Another Thieves Guild Enforcer. Scavenging Ooze. Legendary Baron Tolarian Archmage. Some interesting stuff you might be able to pull off with him. An Attainment Priest. Could put a damper on decks that are trying to cast things out of their graveyards. Fascinating. Oh, Tormod's Crypt. I haven't seen that one in a little bit. Ooh, exile our cards from target player's graveyard. That's gonna piss off graveyard decks. That'll be fun. Ah, there is our Azusa Lost but Seeking. You may play 2 additional lands on each of your turns. Could be fun for like a landfall deck. Definitely some crazy potential for acceleration. Getting stuff going early, getting lots of stuff paid for quickly. So we got else here. Next one. Another Radha, Heart of Keld. That's interesting. Legendary creature Dragon. A Drak, the Crown Scourge. Ah, first Indulging Patrician. Nice. One thing I've been looking at is doing black and white vampires and pioneers. Oh, there's Terror of the Peaks. I think that was one on our list. Definitely some nice stuff going on here. Opponent's going to be kind of loath to cast things at it because of that 3 life sacrifice. Flyer, and anytime a creature enters the battlefield under your control, Terror of the Peaks deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. Another Containment Priest. Spark Hunter Masticore. Protection from Planeswalkers. Deals 1 damage to target Planeswalker. Somebody doesn't like Planeswalkers. Someone in R&D really doesn't like Planeswalkers. Idol of Endurance. Interesting card. I suppose if you're running maybe a creature-centric deck with a lot of low-cost creatures that you don't really care about dying, to be a slick way to get them back out on the battlefield pretty easily. You should be able to cast at least one every turn for 2 mana. What else we got in here? Down to 10. Down to 10. No Grim Tutors yet. Another Idol of Endurance. Interesting. Feline Sovereign. One of the themes in M21 has been this cats versus dog thing. And I mean, it's cutesy, it's fun, not really my cup of tea. But I suppose people will like it, people get some joy out of it. Another Subira. Alright, what else do we got here? Necromentia. Interesting. This would be a really nice sideboard card. Because after your first game with an opponent, you're going to have a decent idea of what some of their major win con cards are in their deck. And if you can pop this out and basically say, hey, get rid of that win con card and get some free creatures out of it, well, that's pretty nice. And only for 3 converted mana cost. Rare wild card. Another Transmogrify. We're getting down there. We've only got 3 packs after this one left. Another Necromentia. Two packs left after this. Another Containment Priest. That's our 3rd one. Mythic Wild Card. Again, that's always nice to get. The Fairies Ageless Insight, a legendary enchantment. And that was that. I do have 10,000 gold. The temptation is great to pick up 10 more packs, but we have a couple of other sets coming out in the fairly near future that I would like to maybe save up from gold for. I know next on the list is going to be Jumpstart. That is supposed to be coming out in, I believe, 2 weeks. We're going to have, later on this summer, a Commander-based product. Commander Masters, I believe, is what they're calling it now. Whether they'll come to Arena or not, I don't know. They haven't said it this time. Then, of course, in the fall, we have the Return to Zendikar again. I think our 3rd outing there. And then a Magic Arena, 2 Magic Arena only sets. They're going to be doing a Amonkhet collection. It's going to have 300 cards from Amonkhet and Hour of Devastation that have been kind of catered especially for Magic Arena. It sounds like they probably just got rid of a lot of the crap cards and a lot of cards that would be overpowered or cause problems to the Pioneer meta right now. And after that, supposedly they are doing a set called Pioneer Masters for Arena that's going to introduce even more cards to the Historic format. I don't know why I keep saying Pioneer. Historic is the Arena equivalent of Pioneer or Modern, or whatever you want to call it. So they are actively flushing that out as they can between the Pioneer collections and some of these special sets that are coming out. So that should be fairly interesting to see what is in store for Magic Arena, what kind of new formats they introduce and what they add on to for what they currently already have. I would definitely like to see Brawl be a constant supported playstyle in this game. I would love to see Commander make an appearance on here, but you know, I am happy they finally decided to fully support Historic, and yeah, we'll just have to see what the future holds. So that was some decent pulls. Didn't get a Grim Tutor, but I got the wild card, so I can certainly make one. And yeah, I hope that you guys and gals out there get whatever you dream of getting from your packs, and you have a great time. See ya!